Oh my goodness, good morning guys. It's 25 degrees out here and this is not the weather that I like. I'm feeding the animals a little bit late this morning because there's something I wanted to show you guys. And it was too dark earlier this morning. I didn't want to come out twice because it is really cold. So the first one I take care of is Tucker and the girl goats. So, and look, I'm gonna have to break some ice too. Anyway, this will be first and then I'm gonna show you I'm gonna show you what's been going on. And so if you want to say hi to Tucker, you got to do it now, because once I put this bowl of food down, he doesn't want anything to do with anybody else. He's very food aggressive and very into food, aren't you, buddy? You ready? You smell it? You smell it? Hang on, bud. Better get back, goat. Where's your other bowl? There's one in here. Didn't want to use this one. Wasn't the one. But I don't see where the other one is. That means Tucker's carried it off somewhere. Hi, buddy. For those of you who have been following for a while, you know that I feed them first because the girls get out. The young doelings get out. I'm about to get that fixed hopefully tomorrow. Today is the day after Thanksgiving, and that little buck that I got, the new polled buck, he's the one I was going to use to breed the girls if I chose to breed them this year. Remember, I was considering not breeding them because of the way the economy was going, and that people aren't buying goats nearly as often as they used to. So, but I thought I was going to do it. So I thought I had decided to go ahead and breed them. But something has come up, and I guess you by now know from the thumbnail and title, that little pole buckling is injured. And I don't really know how bad. He's not putting any weight on his leg. So I'm going to set that there for a second while I go get Caleb. Caleb stays in the kennel up front because he gets out. He stays with the boy goats, with the bucks during the day, but he gets out at night. Ah, that sun is so bright. He gets out at night, so I'm not sure if he's jumping the fence. I don't think so, but I think I've got a plan to maybe try to keep him from jumping the fence if he is. I don't think that's how he got out the last time. I think he came out through the gate. So I need to secure the gate some more and do something about that fence before I can leave him out there at night. But right now he stays in the kennel up front, and then I'll take him out early in the mornings, back out with the goats. Are you ready? Come on. You ate your breakfast. That's good. That's good. I see you. You're ready to go, aren't you? You're ready to go. Good boy. Let me back up just a minute. So earlier this year, in the springtime, I think, I got a little buckling with the plans of using him to breed the girls this year, whatever girls I kept. And I had him separated from the other buck. But yesterday was Thanksgiving, and I came out to feed. There goes Shade. I came out to feed, and Rocky, the bigger buck, was in with the little buck. And the little buck was injured. He limps. He doesn't put weight on his, I think it's his right front leg. I couldn't see any swelling or couldn't tell that it was broke. I mean, you can't tell really without examining it. But I didn't see any swelling. He's eating. He's acting injured. He's acting hurt, but he's acting fine besides that. Ready, buddy? Be good. You be good. So my plan was to put him with the girls next month, December. So that would give us spring babies, but after the Okie Homesteading Expo. So I wouldn't have to worry about those first-time mothers giving birth while I'm gone at the expo. So, if his leg is broken, that's probably not going to happen. The reason I wanted to use him is, one, I know for sure he's not related to anybody, because you know, Rocky is some distant relations with half of them. I could use him to breed them, but I wanted new genetics, and I also wanted the pole genetics. All my does are disbudded. They're horned naturally, but they're disbudded, and so I wanted to get the pole genes in there this year, and then use Rocky next year when I had new genetics and pole genetics in there. But now it looks like, I mean, if his leg is broken, which I don't know if it is or isn't, but it looks like he may not be available to use as a breeder. Buddy, you make the biggest mess. Now watch. He'll come up. He's going to come up and eat. He's been eating good. But he's not friendly. I mean, he's friendly. He's shy. He's not used to being handled. And so, come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Let me look at it. Yeah, that might be broken. I really can't tell. And it's the day after Thanksgiving. It's Black Friday. I'm not even sure. I'm not sure if the vet's open. I'm not sure how much something like that would cost to fix. If it's worth it. I'm not sure what to do. I got a rooster here waiting on me to feed him. So I'm going to feed him real fast. The birds in the big coop I fed last night. I'm needing to go to town and get some straw and get something to make an automatic feeder for them. And oh, some other things. Gertie, my dog with heart problems, needs her medicine. Hi, kitty. How are you doing? And I got to feed the cats. In order to get Gertie's medicine, though, the vet has to be open, which, like I said, I don't know if it's open. So, see, he's coming up eating. How you doing, buddy? How are you doing, buddy? I need to be able to get in there and take a look at that. He's not gonna let me do that willingly. Like I said, he's not tame. He's not mean. He's just not used to people, and I'm afraid I'm gonna hurt him trying to catch him. It's hard for me to put a cage in the back of the truck and put the goat back. Honestly, I don't know how I would put the goat in, because if I set a dog up there, I usually have like someone there to receive the dog from me and hold it while I get up there and put it in the kennel or the cage. Started feeding the cat out here instead of in the shop because of that skunk that got in the shop. Trying to avoid, we got all the feed up off the ground, trying to avoid having that skunk go back up in the shop. And it could be there now, but it doesn't smell like skunk now. But anyway, it's 25 degrees outside. It would be a cold drive into town, half an hour or so into town. So I just really don't know what to do. And if it is broke, there's a few options, only a few options. I mean, when a farmer has an animal that is down for whatever reason, any kind of complications, they have a few options. And one of those options is to take it to the vet. But livestock with a broken leg, oftentimes it is not worth fixing. And so they may take it to the vet and have it put down. Some people may take it to the vet and see if it can be wrapped and fixed. But either way, it's expensive. Anytime you go to the vet, it's expensive. I have 8 dogs, I know, but ducks drinking out of the pool. That sounded funny. It must be frozen. So oftentimes they opt to not take it to the vet to see if it heals on its own. Take it to the vet and have it set, which costs money, which, you know, doesn't really make a whole lot of sense financially. Or wait to see if it heals on its own. Some people may even try to wrap it. I'm saying this not even knowing if it's broken. See, he's not putting weight. He's not putting weight on it. I don't see any swelling though. I would like to touch him, but because maybe around the joint, maybe there's a little bit of swelling, but I really can't tell without looking at him. And so Rocky, what happened is Rocky broke through these, there wasn't as many, these zip ties, and came through this way. And I've put a bunch of them up. I've got a bunch of them up. Once I came out, it was Thanksgiving morning, and I came out and Rocky was over here, and I fed them, and I got Rocky out, put him back over there, and came out and put a bunch of zip ties there to hold it temporarily. So I really don't, this isn't the safest place for him anymore. If Rocky's going to keep breaking in here, and the girls are going into heat, they cycle, you know, monthly, and right now there's a couple of them in heat, and so Rocky's in rut, and it's a very dangerous situation for this goat. So I'm really not sure what to do. As I think about it right now, there's really not a way for me to take him into town. It doesn't seem to make sense. Because of how cold it is and how he would travel, and then there would be me having to put him up in the back of the truck by myself, which is a task in itself. But add the possibility of a broken leg on top of that, he could really be in a lot of pain after I try to do that, after I try to load him up and take him to the vet. So it could potentially make something that is very uncomfortable a lot more uncomfortable, maybe even dangerous. So as you can see, there's frost on the windows. It is very cold outside. It's, like I said, 25 degrees. Oh, that's cold there. I'm going to have to defrost these windows, the front dash anyway, before I go anywhere. But I am going to go into town. There are some things that I have to get, but it really doesn't make sense to try to put him in the truck. If he would be in a cage in the back of the truck with a tarp over it, but still, it's 25 degrees outside. Goats are pretty tough. I imagined he could do it. That is not my biggest concern. My biggest concern is me getting him up in the back of the truck and into the cage or the kennel by myself and not hurting him further. All right, so I just got back from town, and I got Gertie's medicine. There's Maggie, Gertie, Eddie, Titus, they're all outside in the backyard. I got Gertie's medicine. I got some straw for the animals to bed in. It kind of helps insulate. It keeps them warm in the wintertime. But I think I got a little bit of a plan for this goat. It's not to take it to the vet. I don't think that's possible right now. And even if it was possible, I still don't know if that is something that I'm willing to do. Surely they're going to want to do an x-ray. And then once they do an x-ray, if it's broke, then what? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me right now, at least, to take him to the vet. The injury took place, well, yesterday morning is when I noticed it. Yesterday was Thanksgiving. The vet wasn't even open. They are open today, I know, because I got Gertie's medicine. And so I think I've come up with a little bit of a plan, and what I'm going to do is put some of that straw, well, in all of their shelters, but the one up front, the kennel up front where Caleb usually stays, where I brought him out of this morning, I think I'm going to put this goat in that, if I can get him, if I can catch him and carry him without hurting him and damaging that any further. And then at night, I will either bring Caleb inside. Remember, my concern is that Caleb would jump the fence or break through the gate at night to go after some animals. So I can either bring him into the garage at night, or I can put him over here. This is not the first time that Rocky has broke into this area over here. And so I need to break your ice, don't you? Hang on, buddy. Well, you got a little, you got a little bit there. It's thicker over here because of the shade. Look at that. Because of the shade area. It needs to be out in the sun, I suppose. You want this, Axel? What are you doing, buddy? You better watch those cows. You better watch them. So what I was saying was, this is not the first time that he has broke in over there. And so I can't guarantee that it's going to be the last time. I thought that little goat, I had no idea this would happen actually, since I had them separated. You would think if the girls are in heat right over there, you would think instead of breaking in over here to a little boy's cage, that he would break out and go over to the girls. Especially since the does get out and they're out hanging out here all the time. But that is apparently not how he rolls. You can see he's like kind of bloody a little bit. He's been hitting a lot of things. He's been ramming a lot of things. Well, I thought he was gonna try to come up and get some attention, but I guess he changed his mind. Be careful. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? You don't know, do you? Changing your mind. Alright, so I think I'm going to put Caleb in here. And I don't know if I ever finished what I was saying. I'm going to put this guy up front in the kennel up front, or I usually put Caleb at night. And put Caleb in here at night, or put Caleb in the garage. I kind of think the last time Caleb got out was not over these cattle panels. I think he came through that gate there, because I did have one morning, if you look back a few videos back, I had some of these broke off of both Caleb's and the girl goats pen, and so that might have been how he got out. I don't know, but the goal right now is to get in here and try to catch this goat and carry him up front without hurting him. So, not real sure how this is going to happen. Come here, buddy. Come on, buddy. Can you get up? Can you get up? Yeah? Are you okay? Come here. Let me get a better grip. I'm afraid I'm going to hurt him. Alright, I am worn out now. I got him up there though. That's cold. Sky is out. Guys, this is straw. It's not hay. It's nothing to eat. Alright, let's see if I can get this in there without further complications. See, Rocky's about to throw a fit because we got a doe over here. See that dingy look in his face? His tongue sticking out. He's throwing a fit. She doesn't need to be over here, really. Sky, leave that alone. Need a bigger. Need bigger shelters so that I can get in and do this stuff. Look at this. Hey, Get out of here. That's probably enough for Caleb if I keep him over here. Come on, Sky. Come on, Sky. Let's go. Axel, you coming? Come on. Oh, she found the food. Come on. Let's go. I am going to put her up real fast, and then I'm going to go in and eat something. I haven't had breakfast or anything. Went to town to, see if the vet was open. Oh, I was glad to see that the vet was open. Not for the goat, but for Gertie. Gertie needs her medicine. She had enough to last to the beginning of next week, but I hate to let it get, I hate to let it get that low, because you never know when something will go wrong, and then you can't get to the medicine that she needs. She really needs it. She is happy. She's outside right now somewhere. Yeah, I don't know if you can see her through the fence. She's over there, right over there, messing around. She likes being outside when the weather's good. And she's definitely eating. She doesn't ever have an eating problem, but she does cough a lot, day and night. When she finally gets still, and she can she'll stop coughing for a little while in the middle of the night, but she and I both are losing sleep because she cannot quit coughing because of her heart. And I've told you guys before, they've got her on the highest dose that they can have her on, so we're just kind of having to deal with it. But like I said, she's still eating, drinking, in a good mood, very sweet. I just hate to see her have to go through this.